What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. Today, you're gonna be seeing some some shoot house gameplay using the new Tempest torrent weapon. I don't know if it's still new, but it's new to me. I'm basically torn between using DLC weapons for gameplay and then ranked play, and then a mix of Warzone. When it comes to just bare 6v6 anymore, it's just kind of tough to just play the game for fun. You know, I need to be like doing something, and that's basically what I'm doing. You know, in Warzone, I'm trying to win. In ranked play, I'm obviously trying to win. And then in 6v6, I'm obviously just trying to level up weapons. You know, I don't really care how well I do, but I guess kind of like this gameplay. There's some times where I do decent enough to post something, but you know, I've been playing ranked play a little bit and it's been okay. I think when you get into some higher levels, it just becomes, it kind of like caps out, you know, it just becomes like a certain level of fun or not fun, and it just kind of stays there. There's no really grinding past that anymore. I feel like you kind of just know your limits to where you are. That's just kind of what I think about it. You know, you can disagree, you can agree with me in the comment section, whatever the case may be. There's also just this notion of, because Modern Warfare 2 is not going to be a 2-year life cycle, I don't feel the huge need to grind anymore. You know, I don't feel huge need to keep playing ranked play and stuff like that, because it just gets taken away. You know, maybe Sledgehammer Games sucks and I'm going to play ranked play again next year, but like, you know, cool. Season resets, you know, everything gets reset anyway. I know that's not like a Call of Duty only thing, but it just kind of de-incentivizes me personally to continue playing the game for like an extended long period of time. And I'm just like, you know, I'd rather play something else. If you're new to the channel, if you enjoy the content and gameplay or whatever, I know I'm kind of switching back and forth between this and Pokemon, honestly, because I do run a second channel. If you want to check it out, it's probably linked in the description down below, or if it's not, just, you know, go on my channel, links in the channel description. But today I did want to talk about Call of Duty skill-based matchmaking versus XDefiant skill-based matchmaking. So basically this guy on Twitter a couple days back, he goes, I think his name is Jelly Belly. He goes, "Yo, Pixels of Mark Rubin, is there some kind of skill-based matchmaking at XDefiant? An initial 5-game trail type thing to determine skill bracket. I noticed I was getting destroyed in the first few games, but then it kind of evened out. Maps are incredible. By the way, is there a TDM mode?" So dude's just saying like, hey, basically, is there some kind of like test early, like couple of games to determine like where you should go in terms of skill? And then basically Mark Rubin replies, "So there is no SBMM on matchmaking. We do use MMR to balance the teams once the lobby is made. If you're a new player, your MMR hasn't been calculated yet, so results might be a little off until you play more, and we do have MMR per mode." Essentially what Mark Rubin is saying is that there's no SBMM, but there is MMR, which is matchmaking rating or ranking, something like that. And they basically balance the team. So there's team-based matchmaking. So like, you know, they're not going to put 5 optic scumpies, or I don't know what team, I don't know what team Scumps was on or is on. I think he retired, actually. He's a bad example. They're not going to play 6 sweats against 6 completely new players. You know, if they're going to do it, it's going to be 3-on-3, split basically like that. But it's not going to be, you know, everyone in the lobby or 90% of the lobby has the same KD as you, has the same, you know, win-loss as you. You know, it's not going to be like that. And so that's kind of the benefit of playing XDefiant these days, I guess. You know, people are just so hype about the fact that there's no SBMM. Now, when it comes to SBMM, yes, that is a big factor. But I mean, if you're a fan of this channel, if you've, you know, been with me for a while now, you kind of know that, you know, while SBMM is annoying, SBMM is, you know, very rough, a lot of the portion of the community is not good enough to suffer from it. You know, I know a lot of people out there with between like a 0.5 to like a 2 KD. Honestly, you're not going to suffer that much, okay? SBMM really hurts people who have like above a 2, maybe like a 2.5 KD. Those are the people who are like basically stomping on people, right? You're really good at the game, and then you kind of just face other people who are only really good at the game. And that's when it gets annoying. That's when, you know, when your 1 KD friend plays with you, they can't stand it because, you know, they're getting demolished because, you know, if someone has a 2.5 KD, someone has to have like a negative KD, you know, to balance that out. Because if you're having fun, someone else basically is not having fun in the game, if you think about it like that. So while I think SBMM, you know, it matters. It's I'm not gonna say it's nothing. I think that there's so many other factors when it comes to like a multiplayer experience that bother me first, that interfere with my performance and my fun first over SBMM. Some of those include the maps, you know, like if maps are bad, like for instance, Modern Warfare 2019, I couldn't care less if there was thick SBMM or not. I don't want to play on terrible maps 90% of my time, you know, until Shoot House basically came into mono for 2019. I couldn't really play that game. You know, it was just not a fun experience. It doesn't matter what it was. Search and Destroy made things way better, but at that point I was already playing with friends, and SBMM doesn't really matter when you play with friends, I guess, at that point, because, you know, your friends are probably really good unless your friends all suck. Another thing that matters more, I'd say, is like connection, and obviously matchmaking kind of connects to that. Like SBMM kind of matters to that, because, you know, if you're ranking based on skill, you're not ranking based on connection and ping, and so if you're not ranking based on that, you're probably going to lag, or someone's going to lag, right? And then the last thing I'd say matters also is kind of the game mode. You know, if you're playing hardpoint, you're probably playing against better players than someone who's playing TDM or free for all. Not to say that those are bad players, but they're probably more so casual. You know, people who play hardpoint are going for like kill records or something like that. Maybe they're trying to play the game for a period of time, versus, you know, TDM. It's not really an objective. You know, you're okay to sit and just kind of camp. You're okay to just kind of be in corners. It doesn't really matter how much you push or don't push, right? Versus hardpoint, you're going to lose if you don't push. So, you know, good players, better players tend to like start in those game modes like domination, hardpoint, versus, you know, non-objective modes. That's just the way I see it. You know, I don't have to be right or wrong about that. That's just the way I see it. But yeah, man, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about in this video. I just noticed that, you know, Mark Rubin, the head guy for XDefiant, you know, just largely openly talking about skill-based matchmaking, talking about maps, just talking with the community, you know, so much community feedback that, you know, only that COD fans can only dream of. You know, nowadays COD fans beg for, you know, changes in Warzone, changes in multiplayer, and they respond with, hey, we have 50 more bundles for you. Like, that's the only communication COD fans get. It's kind of sad, it's kind of depressing, but it is what it is. Definitely let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Like, do you think, if you've played XDefiant, I know a lot of people, you know, didn't really watch that XDefiant video that I posted. I know that your sub box probably got filled with XDefiant stuff because everyone's playing, everyone's talking about it. But if you did play it, if you do play it, let me know what you think about it. I don't know if the closed beta is going down soon or not. Like I said in that video, the only thing, okay, scratch that. Not the only thing, but the biggest thing for me was the netcode. Okay, it just felt like you were shooting people who flew across the room, or you shot people and then it teleported to your right and killed you. And that's just the way it felt. And like, I get that it's a beta, but at this stage, like at this age, it's 2023, bro. Like it's not like it's 2011 anymore. Okay, like kind of, come on, guys, fix your netcode. I know it's not easy. I know it's way easier said than done, but it just kind of ruined my overall experience. You know, I was getting destroyed, but I didn't really care about that because the overall game, like the gameplay seemed fun. It's just, it's not fun if I'm shooting someone and they're not there a second later. And this problem didn't really seem to happen to other people. You know, it kind of just seemed to happen to me, which made things even more frustrating. And so I uninstalled. You know, I played it. I gave it like 3 tries. I probably played a total of like an hour. And I gave it a fair shake. You know, it has potential. It really does. But when it comes to just netcode and you know, connection and all that kind of stuff, like I couldn't take it. You know, I couldn't take shooting people who disappeared. I couldn't take just my friends doing super well, and then I just couldn't like go positive just because people would disappear in front of me. I don't know. Maybe it was connection. Maybe it's because we're playing, you know, West Coast, East Coast, different servers. I don't know what it is, but you know, I couldn't take it, so I had to dip. Yeah, let me know what you think. If you played XDefiant, do you notice the skill-based matchmaking? Because I feel like in a couple of games of COD, you definitely do, but a lot of people don't seem to, which makes me think that, hey, maybe XDefiant really doesn't have SBMM, you know? According to people like Neroscinema, Exclusive, like they're talking about how, you know, as they get better, their games get better. You know, their games don't get worse. They don't get sweatier and sweatier. They don't see more sweat opponents. Like, I don't know. Maybe they got a point there. Maybe this game has a potential to kill Call of Duty. I think that this game needs more rewards, though. You know, it needs kill streaks. It needs camos. It needs stuff to grind for. That's just my personal opinion, but yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. Hope you guys are having a great weekend so far. I'm recording this a couple days in the past because I will be out when you guys watch this. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you have a good one. Please leave a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, I will see you in the next one. Peace, and peace.